Hi, in this video I'll show you how to create and bind to design data in Noesis Studio. This is our quest log sample, which currently has no data and so this quest list is empty. Let's create some design data now using the data panel. First we need to create some view models using dynamic types. I'll start by creating a quest difficulty enum, which will be used in our next model. I'll change its type to enum and add values easy, medium, and hard. Our first model then is the quest model. If you've created models in code, you can use those instead. Now I'll add properties starting with title. This is going to be a string type, and I'm going to use a random value generator to populate our data. So for title, I'll have it generate between 1 and 2 words. Next property is description. This is also a string type. And for this, let's have it generate between 4 and 6 words. Now, difficulty property. This is going to be an enum type, and we'll use the quest difficulty we just created. Next is an image property. This is going to be an object type, and we're going to choose subtype image source. This will allow us to choose an image for each quest. And our final quest property is completed. And this will be a Boolean type, which will represent whether our quests have been completed. Now, we have one final model to add, and that's our view model. This will be the container for all data in our UI. We'll add 2 properties starting with quests, and this will be a collection type of subtype quest. Now, I want it to generate between 10 and 12 entries in this collection. And our final property is selected quest, which will be an object type and subtype quest. Okay, now that our view models are complete, we can add design data to our UI. We'll do this by selecting the window, which is our root element, choosing a data context type, which is view model, and clicking assign. Okay, we now have an instance of view model on our window, but it is currently empty. We can populate it by clicking on the generate random values button. Great, we can see now that our quest list is populated, but the selected quest panel hasn't updated. That's because it currently has no bindings. I'll start by creating a binding for the quest title. So we're going to go to the text property and create a binding. And now we need to choose the path to bind to. So I'm going to select selected quest and title. Great, we can see now that the text has updated on the title to the selected quest title. Next we have quest difficulty. And here I'm also going to create a text binding and selected quest difficulty. And description. We'll again create a text binding and pick selected quest description. For completed, it's going to be slightly different. We want it to disappear when the completed value is false. So I'm going to create a binding for visibility. And here I'm going to choose selected quest completed. Now this is a Boolean value, so I'm going to go into the advanced settings and choose a bool to visibility converter. This will turn the true and false value into visible and hidden. Okay, and we will do the same for the check mark above. We will create a visibility binding, choose selected quest completed, and pick the bool to visibility converter. Okay, we have one more thing to bind, and that is the quest image source. So I'm going to the source of the image here and create a binding, select the path and choose image. Okay, our bindings are complete. Before we test out the UI, I'd like to show editing of the design data. I'll do that by just modifying one of these quests. Let's choose its title as the Bandit King, and let's give it a description to match. Defeat the Bandit King. Great. Now all that's left to do is to try out the UI. I'll do that by clicking Start. And now we can select different quests in order to see the selected quest panel update. That's it. Thanks for watching this video.